Hello everyone, welcome to Thursday the 7th of May, and today we're going to be writing in role as Cherry. Have a look at your brainstorm which you started on Monday about Cherry. Is there anything else which you found out which you want to add? Pause the slides and think back over the story so far. We know that the necklace is incredibly precious to Cherry. We're going to reread part of the story and remind ourselves of what she does with the shells she collected on the beach and why. Cherry stayed sitting on her rock until the waves threatened to dislodge her, and then reluctantly she began her climb. She would go as far as she needed and no further. She had scanned the first few feet above for footholds, and it did look quite a simple climb to begin with, and so it proved. But her hands were numbed with cold and her legs began to tremble with the strain almost at once. She could see that the ledge she had now reached was the last deep one visible on the cliff face. The shells in her sweater were restricting her freedom of movement, so she decided she would leave them there. Wrapped tight in the towel, they would be quite safe. She took the soaking bundle out of her sweater and placed it carefully against the rock face on the ledge beside her, pushing it in as far as it would go. "I'll be back for you," she said, and reached up for the next lip of rock. Just below her, the sea crashed against the cliff as if it wanted to suck her from the rock face and claim her once again. Cherry determined not to look down, but to concentrate on the climb. So, Cherry leaves the bundle of shells at the back of a ledge because they were making climbing difficult. Were you surprised she did this? Imagine that you are Cherry and you're going to leave a note with the shells. What would you want to write in it? Have a look at the two notes on the next pages and think about what we know about Cherry. What is the difference between the two notes, and which one do you think Cherry might have written? Why? "Look after my shells or be very sorry. I need them to make my necklace. If you break or lose them, you'll have to replace them. Take them immediately to Granite Cottage and give them to my parents or brothers. Be careful and don't be tempted to keep them. They're mine. Cherry." Hopefully when you read this note you noticed that it sounded a bit too rude to be the type of note that Cherry might write. Although she is determined, loves her shells and is protective over them, she never seems as though she would be deliberately rude. However, it is properly punctuated, which of course is a positive. To whoever finds this note, please look after these precious shells. They mean everything to me and have taken all holiday to collect. I've escaped from the sea and just can't carry them anymore. I'm exhausted. Please take them to Granite Cottage, and if I'm not there, tell my parents I'll be in the old mine. Whatever happens, keep them safe. Love, Cherry. In this note, we still understand that the shells are precious to Cherry and that she wants them to be looked after, but it is written in a way which reflects Cherry's determined character without appearing rude. It also contains a variety of accurate punctuation. Now it's your turn to write a note in the style of Cherry. You can use a crumpled up piece of paper if it helps you get into role and imagine you are Cherry on the side of a cliff. How will you communicate the type of character she is? Now listen to the next section of the story before tomorrow. It is on the website.